uh, till now we just discussed how we send the value and how we receive the value. We send the value from this page, a login page, into our welcome page. Should I remove this K? Is there any confusion with this K? K login and K welcome? Any confusion? This is just a page name, okay? Yeah, I just use K because I just find out. Yeah, yeah. Whenever okay, we discuss how we manage, how we send the data, how we receive. We are using method post. We have to receive with dollar underscore post. Okay, we are receiving just the data. What is this, Kushi? Tell me. Username. Why we use username within the dollar underscore post single quotes? Why we use username? Do you remember? Within the dollar underscore post, why we use username? Now, yeah, we are on next page, means we are on the welcome.php, k welcome.php. Within the next page, we use dollar underscore post. Why we use dollar underscore post? To receive the data. Okay, Kushi. Why we use dollar underscore post? To receive the data. And why we use username within the dollar underscore post? What is the username? From where we use this username? Do you remember why we use username, or what is this username? Stat thing, why we use username? Yeah, this is our first page. Whenever we just submit our form, we just send the data and we receive data using dollar underscore post. Okay, Kushi. Within this, we use username and pwd. I just want to know what is these two things. Within single quotes, a username. These are the user defined variable, nothing else. We just define this variable to store the data, nothing else. We just define this variable to store the data, whatever we thus we are receiving by using dollar underscore post. Why we use username within the dollar underscore post? Can you guess? Or we already discussed? Can you just recall? Just say it. If it is wrong, there is no problem. Yeah. Sorry, there is some fluctuation. I didn't get your voice, Kushi. Nah, is correct or not? We are checking in this condition. Okay, we store the data for checking our username and password is correct or not. That's why we are storing the data. That's why we are just receiving the data. Yeah, it is correct. We are just storing the data for just checking our username and password is correct or not. But I'm just asking why we used what is this username? This where it belongs to means why we use a particular username. Yeah, we are getting the value from this syntax and storing the value into a variable. Okay, and we are checking the variable with the password Kushi and the username Kushi and the password is Kushi or not, then only we are echoing welcome. Otherwise we are just echoing or redirecting to our login page back. Okay, in this page, just see this. Here we use username. What is this username? This is the property of our first text box, a name property. Why we use name? Khushi? No. I'm just asking. No, Khushi. I'm just asking. In this input text box, why I'm giving the property name property? This is our name property. Means this is our property name. This we can give any name within the double quotes. This is our property of text box, or you can say input tag of HTML. Why we use the name property? Because for if we are using name property, then we can identify which text box have what name. Means if we have 100 text boxes in our page, then we have to identify each text box, so we have to give the name. Same as we will give the name, means when every person have a name, so we can identify with name all the persons. Is that so or not? Whenever we uh, just say any name, any person's name, then he only just replied us, he replied to us or not. Means as the same as if we are using name within our input text, and if we want to use this input text value, means we are sending the value. Where we are sending value? One second, let me show you. This is our database. We discuss about the database feature session. PHP my admin. Okay, login. This is our first page. One second. PHP why I am using PHP my study. The name folder is study. This is our simple page. This text box. Now, if I didn't give the name, so these two are the same text boxes. How can I differentiate which text box have this value and which text box have the another value? So I have to give a name. That's why for differentiating of text boxes, we have to give the name of each text box. Okay, is that clear, Kushi? Yeah. We one more thing, we receive the data of text box by using their name. Means this username, the name of our first text box, we use within the post dollar underscore post. One second. Within the dollar underscore post, we use username. This is the name of our first text box, first input tag. Now you get the point why I am asking what is this, Khushi? So tell me, what is this? The PWD within the single quotes. Yeah, exactly. What is the means? This is the name of our second text box. This is the name of our second text box. PWD. We give the name PWD. If we give P1, any name, you can give any name. We have to use here P1. One second, within the single quotes, just notice that P1. Okay, is there any problem, any query? The simple HTML. This is our simple HTML form, simple logic means simple logic to just check the username and password is correct or not. Okay, we just send the data. If our form is submit only when a form is submitted, then only we can send the data. Which method? From post method. Post is the way of sending data, nothing else. Whenever we click on the submit button, we have to use type submit if you want to just submit our form. Whenever we click on submit button, our form is submitted, our data will be sent to the next page. Okay, and how we receive the data? If we are using the post method within the form tag, this is the property of our form tag. A method equals to post. You can use the get also. If you are using post, you have to receive the data from dollar underscore post. This is the super global variable. Within the single quotes, we have to use the name of our text boxes. Okay, Kushi? Yeah, Kushi, just please be online.
सिस्टम यूज कर लो जरा
Yes, ma'am.
सिस्टम यूज कर लो
हाँ
है ना वो डॉक्यूमेंट्स सबको दिखाना मैंने शट डाउन कर दिया लैपटॉप
हाँ
ठीक है
Yeah, Kushi. Just tell me, is there any confusion? A small, if you have a small confusion, you can ask me. Because our code will be means our code will be increases. There is some messy code. If you're not clear about the basics of form and submission and receiving, then you will get confused in our future session in our web applications. So I need to just be confirmed that you have learned or you have understand all the things till now. Yeah, so we can move ahead. Any confusion why we use this name, why we use action? These are called the properties. Within any tag, if we write anything, method is a property, name is a property. We have two things of every, just note it down. We have two things of every HTML tag. One is property, second is events. We will discuss about the events in our future session. What is the HTML? This is our HTML tag or not? Form tag. This is our HTML tag. Okay, Kushi. This is our HTML tag. Every HTML tag have two different type of things. First is property. We already see the different kind of properties. These are the properties. Okay. The type equals to text. Type equals to type is a property. Name is a property. Action is a property of form tag. Method is a property of form tag. But yes, we have one more thing of every tag. A events means every tag have different events. Okay, we'll discuss about the events also, but in our future session when we require when our requirement, if our requirement fulfill with the events, then we will discuss about the events also. Okay, Kushi. Now just tell me, whenever I just clicked on this, then if I just write one second, then only it will redirect. Means Khushi is the username and Khushi also password. We check hard coded. Okay. Now if we click on the login, then it will be redirect us to next page or not? Yeah. It will redirect us to next page, and yes, we just echo in the next page a welcome. If username password is correct, then we just echo welcome, nothing else. Okay. Now tell me why we are redirecting. whenever I clicked on submit button, this is our submit button. We gave the name of our submit button login with the value property. Okay, we just gave the name login. Whenever we click on the login, our form is submitted. Our form is submitted. Then we will just redirect it to welcome.php. Okay, let's just see the code. Could you just tell me why, because of which property we are redirecting to k welcome.php? Why we are redirecting to k welcome.php? Because of this, or not, action property of form tag, whatever you give the file name, it will just redirect it to that file. Means if you give um, show, we have one more file, show.php. Okay, let's just see it is there or not. I just control O, open, and there is show.php. Yeah, there is a file show.php in our folder, but in the show.php there is some so many codes. I just, yeah, comment all the codes. Okay, Kushi, except the welcome. Now our form will redirect it to show.php. Why? Because I just changed the action property of form tag. Means whatever you click, you will, one second, it's not redirecting. I have to refresh. I refresh. If you click, yeah, there is show.php. Show.php or not? Yeah, you can change the, we just echo welcome again. Okay, now you can just differentiate two files. If I am clicking, then it will show you welcome to show.php, means we are on the show.php file. Otherwise, if I just change back means within this form tag, I just use kwelcome.php, it's the same file name, then it will redirect us. We have to just give the username and password. Okay, so show.php, one second, I didn't just, one second, just refresh this page. I have to refresh for changes. Khushi and Khushi. Okay, I just click on this. Yeah, only welcome means we are on kwelcome.php. Is there any confusion? Because of this property, we are redirecting from one page to another page. Okay, now I don't want this show.php. Now, if just tell me, Khushi, if I just remove this, what? I just remove the file name from action property of form tag. I just remove the file name from action property of form tag. Now tell me what will be the result if I clicked on the submit button. What will the happen? If I submit the form, but we are not using any file name, tell me what will the happen? Not redirect anywhere. Yes, it will not redirect anywhere. Means same page, but our form is submitted. Why? You can see the refresh. Whenever if you click any button, you means, or there is some refresh means you can see the refresh. Kushi, whenever you clicking on the button, our form is submitting. but it is not redirecting to anywhere. Okay, because we use the blank within the property of action. Now it is submitting means our value within the text boxes is transferring or not. Whenever a form is submitted, our value will be transferred from one page to another page. Or if it is not redirecting any other page, then it will be just transferred, means it will just transfer to same page. It is not redirecting anywhere. Did you get the point? Means our form is not redirecting to anywhere. Okay, but whatever we the value within this, it will be transferred, but where? On the same page, because we didn't use any name. It is submitting itself, so not redirecting to anywhere. Got the point, Khushi? Now it means, yeah, our value is sent, so we have to receive the value. So once if I just, can I just remove this from here, or you can say copy this from here, and we can use one more thing. We can use PHP tag anywhere, but you have to open and close. Just remember that you have to close also, because if there is a HTML coding, there is a HTML coding. Okay, this is HTML code, this is our PHP tag. We have to write the PHP code within the PHP tag only. Okay, Kushi, if you didn't, just you just forget, you just write the code. Yeah, this code is correct, okay, according to PHP, but these are not correct code. If we just forget to close our PHP tag and you use the HTML coding within our PHP tag, then it will give you error. A syntax error unexpected less than in line number 8. Where is the line number 8? Yeah, here is the line number 8, less than. So this is HTML coding. It is correct, but correct in HTML code. We have to close the PHP tag. Okay, Kushi? Now, now I'm getting error undefined. I will give you the reason why I'm getting undefined. If I refresh from here, if I refresh from here, then I'm getting a warning. This is not a error. This is a, you can say, the notice of warning. If I'm clicking on login, then I'm not getting any notice or any warning. I'll describe you why this. Okay, just see one more thing before that. So I'm getting, means I didn't just, okay, I just didn't redirected our page from one to another, means I just remove the file name from action property, means this form will not redirected anywhere. Okay, now so it will submit itself. So it is submitting, so these value, the value within these text boxes will be will be sent to itself, means to sell the same page, means we can catch the value using $_post also. We are sending the value but into the same page, so we can use these code in the same page also. We are using post, that's why $_post username is the name of our text box, this text box. Okay, Kushi. Now let's see our value is coming on. I'm just echoing the value or the variable. I just echo. Okay, let me just remove it. It will make confusion to you. I'll just remove this equals to and the variable. Variable used to just assign the value, store the value. Okay. Now let's see the code. If I simply refresh, just keep in mind, if I simply refresh from here, then I'll getting the notice. But if I enter anything and this into this anything, then if we click, then I'm getting, once again, yeah, I just echoed the value. I'm just using echo br tag, br. Then let's see once again. If I want to save the changes, or then I have to just references. I'm just using Govin and password 333. Okay, click. Then here is a Govin, means we receive the value. Okay, do you understand why it is this Govin and 333? Khushi? Yeah, within the same file. So within the same file, what we encode to receive the value of text box. How we receive $_post. Why we use the post method and we submit. Whenever we submit form, our values will be sent and we send to the same page, so we can receive on the same page. Now tell me, okay, I just received Govind and 33, but I'm also getting this our whole code again. You didn't ask me why we are getting this code. This text box is in button. Yeah, we received, we echoed. Where we received? We received here and we echoed in same place. But after this, this code will also execute. Why? Because we just send whenever our form is, okay, let me show you. Even if I refresh, our execution starts from the first line, from here. A compiler, you can say compiler means compiler just compile, or our execution starts means it just check the all the code, it is right or not, and print, appreciate if we want to print anything, it will be printed. Or if we were using the HTML tag, it will just create a HTML tag. Okay, your text boxes and buttons. Now our execution starts from the first line. Whenever I just refreshed, then it will start from this first line, okay. Okay, Kushi. Now in the first line, what I get, I just start of PHP tag. Yeah, it means the PHP coding is coming. What is the PHP code? In the line number 3, I just echo $_post username. Now this username giving me a notice. Which notice? Undefined username, undefined index username on line number 3. So why? Can you guess, Khushi? Why it is giving this notice? Okay, and okay, just see the difference. If I just refresh from browser, means if I just click here and press enter, means refresh from URL. I refreshed our page from URL. Now, so we are getting a notice. If I enter anything and just click on submit, then also our form is refreshed and we get the values also. Every time if you just enter some values, click on login, there is no notice. Even you just send the blank also, there no notice, no warning. Any number of time you can use this. Okay, just see the difference. You got the difference. Whenever I just refreshing from browser, I'm getting this notice. Now there is a logic behind it. You can say, you know, you also know the things, but Just you can't just find out. In this case, why we use just simple thing? Why we are using dollar underscore post username? Uh, Why we are using dollar underscore post username to receive the value or not? Khushi, to receiving the value or not? We are using dollar underscore post username to receiving the value of text box username, means a first text box. The username is the name of our text box. We are receiving value of first text box using this coding. But tell me Khushi, when our value we are receiving, this is coding for receiving value. But tell me, when our value sent, when the value of text box sent from one page to another page or from one page to itself. Okay, when we are using to kwelcome.php, tell me when our value will be sent from one page to another page. What is the condition when we send the value or when we can send the value? Did you understand the question, Khushi? No, no, no. This is a simple receiving of values. So we have to send or not? This is the simple receiving the values. So we have to send. And tell me, when we send the value, tell me this. Whenever we just click on submit button, whenever our form is submitted, then it means our value is sent it from one page to another page or one page to itself. Why itself? Because we didn't use any file name. So just keep in mind, our value of text box is sent whenever our form is submitted. When our form is submitted, whenever we clicked on the login button, we clicked on this button, our form will be submitted. So our value will be sent. Of where which value? Text box value, input values will be sent to any other page. But in our requirement, as per our requirement, we are using the same page. Means we are not using any name of our page. Do you get the point, Khushi? Means this is okay. Once more, this is the receiving of value. This code is for receive the value or not. This code, yeah. So if you didn't send anything, how we will receive? You have to send. And when we will send the value? Whenever our form is submitted. This form, if our form is submitted, then only the values of text boxes will be sent. It will be sent, we will receive it. Okay, is that clear? So now, if we are refreshing, if we are whenever we clicked, there is no notice, no error. Whenever we just refreshed, then there is a undefined indexed username. Undefined index means our compiler doesn't recognize the username. What is the username? Username comes into existence. Username comes into existence. This username means within the dollar underscore post, you can use username. Means this username come into existence only when our form is submitted. Means we will send the value key, means key or value, key and value. Key means key, username, and value within the text box. Okay, so whenever our form is submitted, then only we will just transfer or we will just send the value of text box with the username. Username, you can see the username is a kind of is kind of variable. Okay, let me show you. If I, one second, you will get clear. K welcome. Okay, what I'm doing, get means the same page K welcome as we see, but I'm using method get. Okay, just keep in mind I'm using method get, and dollar, we have to use dollar underscore get or not, Kushi? Yeah, get. Now here also get. Now I'm just saving it and I'm just commenting these lines, nothing else. I don't want to execute this. Now I'm just trying to show you how the value of text box set in, means in which format our text box value will be sent from one page to another page. Okay, now if I use Raki and sorry, Khushi and Khushi, I just sent K welcome dot php not found. Why it is not found? K welcome dot php. I didn't use the dot php. One second. Dot. I have to use full name of my file. Okay, Khushi. Now, if I use the Khushi, and here also I use the Khushi. Now, if I clicked on login, tell me the working of get method. Get method just send the data through URL or not? We already discussed about it. Yeah. So we can see the data in URL. After this question mark, just forget about the question mark, means it just indicate that variable and value starts. A question mark just indicate that value and variable starts. Now in this URL, the name, username, means our method, what our methods do, our method just take the value from this text box. Okay, take the value from this text box and send it, but we have to use one variable also to sending the value, means if I just send the value, only value, without any variable, only value Khushi Khushi, how we can just differentiate which value are coming from which text box? We can't differentiate if we send only value. Okay, Khushi? So our method just, what method do, method just create a variable, the name, same name with whatever we give the name in whatever we give the name in the name property. In this property, name property, we give the username, so it will just create a variable username and assign the value. Which value? The text box value Khushi. Within the first text box, what we use? Khushi. And this AND operator just tell us there, yeah, first variable is finished, now starting second variable. Okay, first variable is finished, this is our second variable p1 also the name of our second text box. So it is our method get method just take this name, use that name as a variable and send the value of second text box. Okay, this login, also the name of our login button. Let me show you. Yeah, we have the name login button, so we take it as a variable, this name and the value with that variable. You got the working or not, Khushi? Means our method just send the values of text boxes, but it will send the username and it will send the variable and the value combination. How it send? variable and value combination. Okay, Khushi? Variable and value combination is there or not? Let's see in the this. This is variable and value. Variable and the value. Okay. Is there any confusion? This is our get method. Get method just send the data through URL. That's why we can see the data. I'm just using get method for I'm just describing you how the value sent. In the post also, our data will be sent in the same manner, but it will send in hidden format. It will not display on the browser. Okay, Kushi? Did you understand? Our values will be sent in the variable and value format. What we use the variable name? Variable name, our method we use variable name same as the name property of text box. Whatever be the value in the name text box, name property of text box, it will use that value as a variable. Means this will be sent as a variable, and within this text box, whatever be the value, it will be sent as a value of this variable. Now it is clear, Khushi? Yeah. Just just let me just revise means okay. Now just save it. I just control Z this also. I don't want this. Now Khushi. Now what I have done, I just removed the file name, so our form will be submitted to the same file. We can catch the values, but we are getting error when we are just refreshing. Means one second, if we just simple refresh our page, then we get error. Why? Because we didn't send the value variable and value combination. Means whenever we click on submit, then only we will send the value and variable combination. That's why if we didn't click on submit, our form is not submitting. So this is the undefined variable. Is that so or not? This is undefined variable. Why? We didn't submitted our form, we just refreshing our page. We just refreshing our page. Okay. Now, yeah, now we can just give one check for that. Means if within if condition there is a one is set. Just concentrate on the is set dollar underscore post in capitals. I'll explain you what I'm just writing. The login means it is just check is our login button is clicked or not. Means it is posted or not. See what I have done in this code within this if condition. What I have done, I just check is our login button is clicked or not with is set. Is set is a predefined function. It is just check is our variable is defined or not. Okay, do you get the point? Means let me show you. If dollar a, we have dollar a, within this dollar a whatever we have any value, means we just define our dollar a. Now if we use is set, within this we used, oh sorry, one second, why it is closed automatically. Please be online. To restore. Yeah, it is just I have to just reopen the browser, logging in. Just give me 2 minutes, Kushi. Now, Kushi, can you see the screen? Kushi, are you there? Now, screen is there. Okay. Now, what I have done, I just declared one variable with any value, and I'm using is set dollar on 1 second. Dollar a is our variable. Okay, it will return is set is a function, a predefined function, a new function. Is set is a new function. Okay, a predefined new function is just check our variable is defined or not. Defined or not means it is there any value of our variable, or is this variable is not defined till now. What we are getting error? Undefined variable. So we can check our variable. Let me show you. I'm just echoing whatever the return, it will return this function, whatever we return, I'm just echoing that. Okay, let's see the top of our browser. We will get, yeah, the top of browser we will get 1 because of this is set. Means it will return 1 or nothing. Means if our variable has been defined, yeah, it is defined any value, it doesn't care. Means it doesn't show your value of your variable, it does is just to show or just tell your variable is defined or not. Did you understand the difference between these two things, Khushi? Means if you want to show the values of this variable, you can use the echo only. Echo, and after this echo variable name. Simple. But I want to know in my coding, is our variable is defined or not? Is defined or not? Means let's remove this. 1 second. If I just remove this first line, means there is no existence of dollar $a. I'm directly passing dollar $a into is set. Okay, Khushi? Yeah, now it will return nothing. Nothing means the one will be removed from here. It is removed. Means it just tell us is this variable is defined or not. Means you can assign any value. It's not necessarily the integer value. Any value. So in your list, this is a new function is set. It is a predefined inbuilt function of PHP. Yeah, again we get 1. 1 is stand for in a set condition. Means 1 is stand for, yeah, you have the definition of this variable. Okay, so it will return 1, or you can say it will return true. You can say the true, and if it is not returning anything, you can say it will return false. Okay, Kushi, is there any confusion with is set? This is set. Is there any confusion? No, I will tell you what is this code. I will tell you. Is there any confusion in this code? Just ask me. Kushi, are you there? Yeah, yeah, that's the working. Let me just say it again. our set function doesn't return the value of variable, means it is not used to returning the value of variable. It is used, set function is used just the checking is our variable is defined or not, means is there is any existence of a variable or not. It's just check this, nothing else. Existence means our variable is defined already. No existence means no, there is no definition of our variable, means if I just remove this, so there is no existence of $a. We directly passing $a into is set, so it will return false. False means blank, nothing. It will return false, so we didn't get anything. It will return false if our variable has been defined with any value. Any value means a string, any string, anything. So, so it will just tell us this set function. Just tell us, yeah, you have the definition. It is just telling us, this function is just telling us, yeah, you have the value of this variable, or you have just defined this variable. Yeah, there is a existence of this variable. So it will return 1. You can say the true. This 1 is stand for true. Okay, Kushi? This one. Yeah. Yeah, ask me. Yeah. I already said that it is not, this variable is not used to echo the value of variable. This function, this set function, inbuilt function, is not used to just echo the value. It is used to just check if there is any existence of this variable or not. You get the point, Kushi? Means by using is set, uh, is there any confusion? No confusion? Sure? Is set, let me show you, is set used to check the existence, used to check the definition of variable. Means is our variable is defined or not. Is our there is only two return type of a set. Only two return type, nothing or one. Nothing means null. We already discussed about the null in our data type null. Null means nothing. These these two only, means one stand for true, null means false. Our is set will return only null or one, nothing else. It will not going to return any value of a variable. It will just check the variable. Yeah, you have the definition of this variable, then it will return 1. Otherwise, it will return null. Did you get the point, Kushi? Means this is set. Whatever you just pass small brackets, within this small brackets, whatever you pass, if you have to pass any variable name. Okay, if you pass a variable name, then it will just check, is there any definition of this variable? No definition, then it will return null. Yeah, there is a definition, and the value, whatever with the value, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter whatever be the value, any string value, any integer value, doesn't matter. If you have any value, then it will return 1. 1 stands for true. Yeah, this variable is set. Could you tell me, is there any confusion? Kushi? Sorry, I didn't get your voice. Null means nothing. Null means nothing. Nothing. How can I print nothing? Nothing cannot be printed. Yeah, that's the reason. Yeah, I cannot print null. Null means nothing. Whenever just 1 second. If I'm not using any definition, means I don't have any definition of A, then it is returning null, and we are trying to echo null, but null is nothing. So there is the nothing, means 1 is removed, nothing is printed, nothing means null. Do you get the point, Kushi? Why this variable, this function used? Why this function used is set? Just checking the definition of variable. Means, is that variable is in existence or not? Just keep in your mind, is set used to just check the definition of variable. Is that variable is in existence, or it is defined or not, or it is assigned any value or not? Okay, Kushi? Then you can ask me any, yeah, if you are still have problem with the is set, you can ask me. Kushi, is the problem with the set? What is the set? Why it is not printing values? Just keep in your mind, it is not going to print any value, any variable's value. It is just print either 1 or nothing. It will only print either 1. 1 means, yeah, you have just the definition, yeah, this is this variable in existence. Then it will print 1. If you want to just try to print, means it is just returning, and we just trying to print the return type. Okay, whatever it is returning, we just echo that. So it is just return either 1 or null. Null means nothing, so we cannot print the null. Okay, Kushi? Now just see the logic. Where, yeah, in this condition, the same condition, 1 second. If, yeah, I remove this and this. Okay, now whenever I'm clicking on this, there is no error, we are receiving data, everything is good. Okay, I'm just to use, you will get more clarification if I use the get method on the same page also. Get method, it will show the value and variables within the URL. Hello, Kushi? Yeah, it will just show the values and with the variables in the URL. I'm just use get method. Okay, let me show you. Now whenever I just clicked, 1 second. Okay, 1 second, I just didn't refresh, I have to refresh, save. Okay, whenever I just forget about this warning message. Whenever I just clicked, whatever be the value, if you don't write any value, it will use the blank, I mean it will just send the blank. Yeah, name, this username is a variable, and this is the value of our username. P1 is a variable, this is the value of our P1. Okay, login is the variable and this is the value of our login. Do you get the point? But 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 if I just only refresh means we didn't submit our form, then there is no value variable. You notice that there is no value and variable in the URL. Okay, so there is no value and variable. So our compiler doesn't understand what is the username. That's why it is giving the error that undefined variable username, undefined variable p1. If we don't have, if we don't send it the value, means we didn't click on submit every time. If every time we refresh, we get the same error because we are not submitting our form. Whenever we just clicked, we just enter anything. We clicked on login, there is nothing. Even on the blank also. Every time if you click, even in the blank, you will get the username and the value combination. Okay, Kushi. So it is understanding means this our execution understand. Yeah. There is have a, our username. There is a variable username. It is coming into URL. But we have, if we have post method, it is coming in the hidden format. But I don't want this error on the refresh time. This is my requirement is I don't want this error on the refresh time. I don't want this error. Means I don't want to execute this code whenever our form is simply refreshed. Simply refreshed means simple refresh from URL. I don't want to execute these 3 line of code. Did you get the requirement, Kushi? My requirement is I don't want to execute this code. If this code is not execute on the simple refresh, then it will we get nothing, no error, and this code will execute whenever we just clicked on submit button, then only. So for that I just check a condition. If condition, I just use if. Within if, I just use this code, the whole code, this code, and in the condition section of if condition, I use is set. Here I am using is set dollar. I'm use the get method as dollar underscore get. Within the bracket the same. Within the is this login. Login also send the login variable and this value. So I'm using if our login button is clicked or not. It means our login button login clicked or not. It just check the condition. If we are using is set dollar underscore get login, our login, yeah, we have the login button, the name with login button. It means is checking our login button is clicked or not. If it is clicked, then our set will return true. If it is written true, then this code will execute. Otherwise means in the second condition, what is our second condition? Means whenever we just refresh simply, then we didn't execute this code. You get the point, Kushi? Means we just, what is my requirement? My requirement is I don't want to see the error. I don't want to just appear these error. Means yeah, it is nothing in URL. Why? Because we are simply refreshing. If I just click on submit, whenever a form is submit, then only it will pass username and the login and the p1. After submitting of our form, then only our values passed or not. Whenever we submit our form, then only. Why? When we submit, whenever we clicked on login. Whenever we clicked on login, our form is submitted, our form is submitted, then our values and variable and values pass. What is the variable? Variable is the name. What is the value? Value is the just of that whatever enter on the text boxes. Okay. So that will be the value of that text box. Okay, Kushi? Now, what I have done in coding, I'm getting a undefined error. So my requirement is I don't want to execute this code whenever we clicked on the login button. Then only I want to execute this code. Why? Because whenever we clicked on the login button, then only we will transfer the values. Whenever we just transfer, then only we can receive the value or not. If we didn't transfer anything, how we can receive the value? Is that correct or not, Kushi? If we didn't send anything, how we receive anything? When we send, whenever we just clicked on this login button. Okay? Did you get the point why we are not getting the error? Means because of this condition. Means we are just checking our button is clicked or not, our button is submitted or not, means our form is submitted or not. If it is not submitted, means we are checking is set with this variable. This variable means is there any existence of dollar underscore get or login. If there is existence of login, then whenever we just submit our form. But if our form is not submitted, means in the simple refresh there is no existence, then it will what it will return, it will just return null. When it will return means which is set will return null means false means this code will not execute. So if this code will not execute, so we didn't get the error. Because of this code we are getting the error. Let's see. Yeah, because of this code we are getting error. You can see line number 9, line number 11, undefined index username and undefined index p1. Okay, means line number 9 and line number 11. Yes, line number 9 undefined index username, undefined index p1. Because of this code we are getting error, so I just hide that code. That code will execute only whenever we clicked on the submit button. You get the point, Khushi? So this is the working of is set just check our variable is setted or not, or there is any existence of a variable or not. You can use the post also. Okay, let's use the only get, we will more clarify. Because of that I just use the if condition. Now in this condition our if will false. If our condition is false, then it will not execute this code, it will directly execute this code. Okay, you get the point, Kushi? Is there any confusion? Now Kushi, tell me, can you just do the same coding in this page like this? Means just get the values to one variable. Okay, means username value to uname and one other any name. You can use any name, password, username. Okay, just capture the values into variables. After this just check is there both of the values is Khushi or not. If both of these are Khushi, then you have to now redirect it us to any new page and just in a welcome page. Means I don't want this code in this page. I don't want this code in this page. I just commented this. Whenever our username password is correct, I want to redirect it to this page. In this page, I just want to show welcome, welcome Khushi. Okay. Now it's your work, your assignment, your task. Just use this code and try to redirect. If it is true, just carefully listen. If this condition is true, means a Khushi username is also Khushi and password also Khushi. If this condition is true, then I want to redirect us to our secure page welcome.php. Okay. Otherwise, it will show a error message. Your username and password is not correct. You get the requirement, Khushi? You have to write the code here in this if condition. Within this if condition, you have to write the code. Which code? You just save the value into two variables, check the value of these variables with if condition, if and if with operator and. Okay. If the username equals to Rakhi and the password Khushi and the password equal to Khushi or not, if it is true, then it will redirect. Don't It will just redirect to this page kwelcome.php using this header location. Otherwise, it will just echo one message in the else part. Which else part? Within this if, we use one if, and that and the else of that if, not the else of the outer if. I need else of inner if. Do you get the point, Khushi? Okay, tell me what you have to do. Means you have to just check this condition, the same condition. Check this condition. If this condition is true, then I want to redirect it to this welcome page. Means this coding, this all the coding I want in from first page here. Okay, can you do that? Just try to do it. Sorry. No, no, we have to put on this page now. On this page, you don't have to put anything. On this page, just use a simple. One second. I need this kwelcome.php like this. Yeah, you can give any other name, any page name. I want next page like this only, nothing else. In this page, I don't want anything. Okay. So I just want echo welcome Khushi. All the logic, all the code I want within this page, within this section. Means whenever we clicked on login, yeah, we receive the data. If we receive the data, we can assign the data into variables. If we can assign the data into variables, then we can check also the data, or we can say values. If you can check, you can redirect it as you have the function of redirecting. Just use that function, this function header. Use this function to redirecting us to this page, a next page. Otherwise, just show a message. Simple. Is that simple or not? She just try to implement that. You have. I just told you all the things. All the things. I just told you all the things what you want to do. You have to code within this if condition only. Don't go outside of this condition. Why? This code will execute only whenever we clicked on the login button. That's why you have to code only within this if condition. And we already see how we code. We have to check one condition. If the condition is true, then we have to just redirect this to our same page. K welcomes K in means what we use in this here K login. So I have to use this K welcome.php. Means whenever our form, our login credentials is true, username and password is true, then I have to redirect a secure page or not. whenever you just click, whenever you try to open the Facebook, whenever you try to open the Facebook, you get one first time you get the login page or not. If you just enter the correct username and password, you enter correct username and password, then this is the new welcome page. You can see the welcome page. Yeah, there is no change in the URL. Don't see the URL because Facebook just rewrite the URL all the things. Okay, but it is not a login page. It is a welcome page, a secure page. So same thing I want to check all the condition in the login page. If it is correct, then I just want to redirect it to welcome page. Otherwise, otherwise means if you entered wrong username and password, this is also one kind of login page. Yeah, some design has been changed. If you click wrong username password, this is again the login page, nothing else. Whenever you just click wrong username password, it will be on the same page. Okay, this is the simple working in our web applications, login and the welcome. Okay, Kushi, so you have to, what you have to do, you have to check the condition in this if